just going to invite us all to take a breath. Perry, it is very bright up here. Perry's words are very real, very deep, very true, and very heavy. So as we honor partners in the work, I just want to take a moment and take a deep breath and transition there. So thank you all. And as Perry mentioned, we need partners in the fight for justice. So tonight I'm honored to give 2 educators awards in partnering with us in the fight for education justice. We have Mr. Harold Wimberly, who was the intervention specialist at Scarlett Middle School, and then Ms. Courtney Vanderbilt, who was the intervention specialist at Tappan Middle School. When I transitioned into my role as the programs manager, it didn't take long before I had gotten asked to take cases from Ann Arbor. At the time, we were only serving students in Ypsilanti, and the students in Ann Arbor who needed support were quickly rising to the surface. I was getting calls and emails and requests to support them. And I would see students of ours move from Ypsi to Ann Arbor and then lose that support of their mentors. I would see students in an apartment complex move to another building in the same apartment complex and then be zoned into Ann Arbor schools instead of Ypsi schools. And I saw students falling through the cracks, which very much broke my heart. And at the same time, because of funding, like, we couldn't support them. We couldn't push in those mentoring services in the same ways we were in Ypsi. So as time went on, 2 years ago, we received funding that allowed us to expand to Ann Arbor. And as we launched, I was partnered with the then intervention specialists at Tappan and Scarlett, Mr. Harold Wimberly and Miss Courtney Vanderbilt, and we got to start partnering and building. And their support of our program beautifully allowed us to launch into a new district and new schools seamlessly. Their love and their care for the schools, for the students and their families was incredibly evident, both in and out of the classroom. Sitting and talking in their offices, I would hear them talk about, what they were doing within those 4 walls, but also what they were doing outside of the walls of the school building to support the students in their school and in the community. And little did we know last year when we launched that their positions would be cut. And while we have felt the loss of their presence, additionally, their presence remains in those buildings, and their presence remains for us. We continue to be able to support students in Ann Arbor in a time when they've lost supports physically in their building, like Harold and Courtney. And so I hold that with honor, we hold that with honor, and we thank you for your commitment to the students. We thank you for your actions in and out of the classroom. I've partnered with you both on cases personally and then seen you partner with my team on cases. And so it's an honor to give you all an education award today. And I want to invite my team to share more as well.
So, sometimes the cracks are obvious, right? Sometimes the depth of the cracks aren't obvious, and you have to build relationships in order to find out how deep into the crack you gotta go, right? Or to even just locate the crack so that you can stay in a child's life, you can stay in the family's life, and you can continue to be a resource while you're in the community to the child or to the family. And I just want to say thank you to both of y'all, because when Check and Connect entered into Ann Arbor Public Schools, you both made myself and Madison feel welcome. You told us to be ourselves, and you told us to, that you would be in support of us as we did our jobs. Harold, I'm so good to see you again, and looking forward to keeping in touch with you. I especially appreciate how you were connecting me to additional resources in addition to Ann Arbor Public Schools to tie my mentees into. And Courtney, you continue to be a blessing to me as I try to do this work and make an impact. And I can't thank you enough for being who you are and for doing what you do.
Well, although I didn't have the chance to work directly with tonight's honorees, what's clear is the profound and lasting impact that they've had on students and families that we serve. Harold and Courtney earned the trust of young people navigating difficult moments, offering both firmness and gentleness, and becoming the steady, supportive presence that every student deserves. Harold and Courtney, your grace, understanding, and unwavering commitment have left an incredible impact on our community. Tonight, we honor and celebrate the deep care, integrity, and dedication you've brought to your work, and we are so grateful for the many ways you've uplifted and empowered our students. Thank you both.
One of the things I want to say to you, the reason why I've been doing this work for 36 years is because I started off identifying the kids as kids of promise, not kids at risk. Because if you start off with that statement, risk, that's what will lead you how to treat them. How you see kids is how you'll treat them. And so all of us are at risk of something. But here's the thing, our kids are of promise. They're not kids used at risk to get funding. They're kids of promise to build communities, to build nations, and to become the best version of themselves. And we're all responsible for that. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you so much. I was so excited when the Student Advocacy Center came into Tappan. I would always hear wonderful things about the work, and so it was just an honor and privilege to do this work alongside you all. And so I continue this work because it's a heart work, and so it's amazing to just continue to do the work with those who have that passion, and just see children for who they are, and continue to just uplift and build young folks. So I'm continuing that work. It's a pleasure. And I get to connect with the Student Advocacy Center here and there. Just thank you. I'm very grateful, and I thank you, thank you, thank you.